Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. As you can probably tell, we spend a lot of time at Six Flags Magic Mountain. It's not too far away, and until recently, this park has prided itself in offering 365 days of thrills. Being open every single day has been excellent for us because we can enjoy some of our favorite rides on any given day. There will be times when we'd come out here on a slow weekday just to enjoy a couple hours at the park, riding some of the country's best coasters. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we'll be able to do that any longer. Looking at the app and the schedule for the rest of the year, it looks like for the first time in years, Magic Mountain will only be open for 4 days out of the week. For some people, myself included, this may be a bit troubling for the park as a whole. However, I feel like this might be a good move for Magic Mountain and their park president Don McCoy, as attendance has been pretty sharply dropping ever since the new CEO took over, and in this video, I'd like to address some of the recent changes going on in the park. Being one of the only Six Flags parks open every day has been a nice gimmick at best. However, at this point, it's pretty clear that they can't keep going on at this rate. If you've visited Magic Mountain lately, you may have noticed a bit of a decline. Morale amongst operators seems lower than ever, and the park simply doesn't have the staff to keep everything running properly, and it really shows with wait times and just general operations. Most rides, by which I mean the few that are still operating since a good portion of the roller coasters have been closed recently, are running with only one train, and despite a few exceptions, the sense of urgency amongst the operators seems like it's simply not there. These problems also extend into other parts of the park experience. A good portion of the restaurants in the park have been closed, and of the ones that are still open, the wait times can be absolutely egregious. With so few employees, there's usually only 1 or 2 people serving food and running the registers, which anyone that has dealt with buying food at Six Flags can attest. Their systems aren't exactly the most up-to-date, so this could be a process that takes forever. I've heard stories of people finishing their food before they even get to the front of the line so they can pay for it. Clearly there are some serious problems that this park needs to deal with. So with abysmal attendance, long wait times for a paltry selection of rides, long waits for food, and now the park is closed nearly half the days of the week, how could this possibly be a good sign? Well, I'm not going to sugarcoat things and say that I wholeheartedly agree with these decisions. However, I believe that with the recent schedule changes, Magic Mountain might have a chance to improve on the park experience by no longer staying open every single day. Hopefully, by staying closed on select days, the park will feel a little less like a ghost town during visits, and they'll be more likely to have the staff necessary to keep everything running, since resources won't be spread so thin. My hopes are that by blocking out a few days of the week, they can spend more time during the off days keeping up with ride maintenance and park improvements while running the park at increased capacity on days that they are open. By cutting their operating schedule nearly in half, the park should have lower overhead costs as they won't need to pay to keep the rides operating and have the staff to keep the park running. Because of this, they should in theory be able to pay their employees more and of course hire more employees to help with the staffing issues, which should improve morale. With this revised schedule, Magic Mountain may have a golden opportunity to make some serious improvements around the park. Having just installed the record-breaking 20th roller coaster, the park in my opinion doesn't really need to invest in major rides for at least a couple years. I believe that should they focus on improving certain experiences around the park, such as updating their computer systems at the shops and restaurants, and fixing up certain areas of the park that are clearly run down, we could see a complete 180 in guest experience. If the theming around the park matched the high intensity and quality of the rides while injecting some of its own Southern California charm, I believe that Magic Mountain could be regarded as one of the best amusement parks in the country, and truly compete with parks like Cedar Point in Ohio and Hershey Park in Pennsylvania, that provide a better experience overall for everybody, not just thrill seekers. So as of right now, it seems like 365 days of thrills are over. For the time being, should we say thrills all year long? I'm not sure. However, during this very dark spot in Magic Mountain history, we may see a greatly improved era for this incredible park. That is, if they play their cards right. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we invite you to come back for more adventures in our vacation life. Let us know your thoughts on these changes and perhaps what you'd like to see from Six Flags Magic Mountain in the comments. But with that, until next time, have a great day.